In our last video, we showed you how to prepare your chickpeas and other beans in a pressure cooker just to save you time. In this video, we're going to show you what to do with them after they're done. Let's go. Greetings everyone, Devar with Carib Sunsations here, back with another recipe. This time what we're going to do is a chickpeas and lentil curry for you guys. I can't wait to show you. Let's get right into it. For your lentils and chickpeas, we're going to soak and cook them separately. Simply fill a mason jar up halfway with lentils and then fill it to the top with water. Once the lentils are soaked, we're going to drain and rinse them off thoroughly. Sometimes the lentils get stuck at the side of the glass jar, but a little warm water and a little patience will cause them to loosen up. Specific measurements and ingredients list can be found in the link in the description below this video. The jar that I'm using here has a 32-ounce capacity. You can cook lentils and chickpeas together if you would like to, but I prefer not to because I might not use all of them, depending on the recipe and how many people I'm cooking for. If I decide not to use all of them and I have them cooked separate, it is much easier to bag them up and freeze them for later use. However, when you cook them together, the lentils will soften faster than the chickpeas. In cases like this, I prefer not to use the pressure cooker and instead, I would boil the chickpeas in a regular pot first, then add the lentils when the chickpeas are almost cooked. But in this video, it's all about saving time, and since I pressure cooked the chickpeas in the last video and froze the leftovers, we're going to be focused on preparing the lentils in the same manner that we did the chickpeas. As I was cleaning the lentils, I filled the pressure cooker up halfway with water and put it on the stove. You really don't need so much water though. You only need enough water just to cover the top of the lentils about ½ inch to 1 inch. I'm now going to add some dry bay leaves here with the lentils before closing the lid. Remember to begin watching the time when the pressure cooker has reached its maximum level for safe cooking. If you're not familiar with the simple process we use to find our cooking level, then just simply refer back to our last video on how to pressure cook chickpeas. Allow the lentils to cook for roughly 15 minutes or so. Turn the stove off and let the pressure cooker's temperature and pressure drop slowly. Pull up on the valve cover and check the pressure level. If the red pressure indicator drops, then it's safe to open the lid. Now we're going to give this a nice stir and check to make sure the lentils are soft. Now let's cut up our seasonings. Here I have 1 bunch of scallion, ½ of a medium-sized onion, and 4 cloves of garlic. What I'm going to do is finely chop these ingredients and place them into this bowl. We've also added a bunch of thyme and a habanero pepper. I would usually use Scotch bonnet pepper in this recipe, but I ran out, so I'm left with the habanero, but it's no biggie. Now I'm going to chop up this large thumb of ginger. Ginger root is great at reducing inflammation, relieving nausea, improves digestion, aids in recovery from common colds and flus, supports cardiovascular health, relieves gas, and much more. There's plenty of information out there on the benefits of ginger for you to check out and get familiar with. Some people season their food with powdered ginger, and if that's what you have access to, then use what you can. If you're not into spicy food, then you can use less ginger or not use it at all, depending on what you want. However, for me, I like what the ginger brings to the entire recipe. I just don't think it would be the same without it. Now that we have our base ingredients ready, it's time to saute. I added 1 tablespoon of coconut oil to the pot. If you want to know how to make coconut oil at home, be sure to check out our article with detailed instructions and requirements. I'll leave a link in the description below. Once the coconut oil melts, this is the time to add the base ingredients. I saute these together until the onions become translucent. I also add a cup of water to this base after about a minute. The water not only helps keep these ingredients from sticking to the bottom and burning, but it also helps separate them for an even distribution of flavors. Now I throw the diced tomatoes into the pot and give it a stir. After about a minute or so, you will begin to see the juice from the tomatoes start to blend with the other liquids we added previously. Be sure to stir often during this initial process to make sure nothing burns or sticks to the bottom. At this point, I cover the pot for a few minutes before proceeding. Now I'll be adding 2 cups of coconut milk and 1 heaping tablespoon of sea moss gel. Then we add our dried spices and give it a stir. You'll notice the recipe begin to get thicker as you're cooking. Now you're ready to add our already cooked lentils and chickpeas. As I stated before, I'm using the leftover chickpeas that I made in our previous video on how to pressure cook chickpeas. Be sure to watch that video if you haven't already, because there's a lot of good information in there that'll help you in this recipe. I add the lentils first and give them a stir and make sure they're evenly distributed in the pot. Pay attention to how thick this recipe is now. It seems like it's getting thicker and thicker as we go. You can tell that this is going to be a very filling and hearty meal. Now I add our chickpeas that we froze overnight and cover for about 10 minutes on a medium to low fire. And here is your end result, a very rich and flavorful chickpea and lentil curry that will satisfy any palate. Now we're ready to eat. And there you have it, folks. Another recipe in the books. Trust me, you're gonna love this one. Now, for my favorite part of every video, get me a little piece right here. Take a good look at that. Look how rich and hearty this looks. That coconut milk, that sea moss gel, everything that we have in here. Beautiful combination. The lentils, cooked them in the pressure cooker. Oh man, I wish you guys could have this. But you know what? You have the recipe now. So guess what? You will have it. Now it's time. Trust me, you guys are gonna love this one. Guys, if you like this video, do me a favor and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe no matter what social media platform you're on. Make sure you spread the word. If you want more recipes like this, go ahead and check out our book, Plant-Based Family Recipes, Volume 1. Over 70 recipes in here, guys. You will not be disappointed at all. And that's all we have for today, guys. I just want to say thanks for all the support, peace and love, and we'll catch you next time. I just wanted to say, guys, if you like this recipe and you want to, you will not be disappointed. You will be pleasantly surprised. Friggin' hair! It keeps bothering me. If you like this recipe and you want more like it, be sure to check out our book, Plant-Based Family Recipes, Volume 1. Over 70 plant-based recipes.
That's what you did. Hold it strong, baby. Hold it strong.
God.
Check out our recipe.
You ain't no good. Do I have to do it again?
Probably. No.